we got a banger, as it were, as the kids say, right? I don't know what do they say nowadays. I'm too old for this crap. But anyways, we're talking about DMCA music. It's something that is, if you are a content creator, and it's something that you really have to take advantage on, and to figure out, do I take the chance and play regular music from like the top artists or any artist that is not giving their music out as royalty free or DMCA free? You do take a chance that your content is going to get a hit with, especially on YouTube, with demonetization or outright copyright strikes or copyright claims. And that's something that a good majority of us cannot really handle, because if it comes with copyright claims and you get was it 3 of them on YouTube, your channel is pretty much nuked. It is vaporized. It is not there anymore. And as you, as a smaller, even to a mid-sized content creator on YouTube, you really have no recourse of getting your channel back, and you're pretty much screwed. You're done. Count whatever work you did is gone. And that's another reason why you want to also diversify your content to other places as well, because you won't have that option, or you won't have that problem if something does happen to your channel. So that's what we're going to talk about tonight, is looking into the different options of what copyright music, especially for free, because I do like the free. If it's free, it's for me. And also some paid options, which I do pay for. Just right off the bat, Epidemic Sounds. They're a great provider of copyright free music. But we'll get into that a little bit later in that segment. But what is copyright free music or DMCA free music? Well, that is music that the artist or the creator of the music has given permission, pretty much blanket permission, to say, hey, use my music however you like. Don't worry about me coming back and saying, hey, you can't use this anymore. That's a great thing, but there's some kind of caveats where you really do need like physical proof, or let's say proof that the music that you're playing within your content or even your live streams is freely for you to use. Now, when we look at Twitch has been, in limelight really, where it's kind of, they had 8 years and they really didn't do anything until like, this is what, 2020, 2021, where all of a sudden it's like, oh crap, we got to do something about this. This is a brand new thing. It's like, well, no, you've had 8+ years to figure this out. So that's something that they have figured out, and much to the detrimental of the detriment of people's channels at the time. Is kind of like, our course of action is delete every VOD that you feel has copyrighted music on. And of course, the live streamers looked at Twitch and it's like, what? We gotta delete years upon years of history and content because you guys sat on your thumbs for 8+ years and now you're just coming up with something and this is what you came up with? Sorry. That just won't do. But a lot of content creators, or I should say live streamers, did that route. They went through their entire VOD history and just wiped years gone that will no longer be found, unless if they had saved somewhere else, either on YouTube or their own personal hard drives. So it's something that you as a content creator or live streamer have to take the initiative and actually know. Don't be these streamers that even to this day play songs from top artists or even like mid-range artists or any kind of non-DM, or I should say DMCA-able, I guess we'll use that as a verb, DMCA-able content or music on their live streams. And that's what's going to happen, is that they'll get hit with ramifications down the line. It's just not to say that, just because they're not, the rights holders are not doing anything, doesn't mean that, they're not building up a huge case that eventually can be thousands or even hundreds of thousands of dollars, because each fine, I think it's like 25,000 or $2,500 per violation, or 25,000. It's something that is mind-bogglingly uh, absurd, really. So you pretty much have to take the initiative and go around and say, hey, I'm not going to use this music, or I'm going to make sure I have permission to use it, and I have the actual proof that I can use it. So when someone does come at me, I'd be like, no, here's my papers, and be gone. So copyright free music in of itself is also not 100% foolproof. There are on occasions where you'll get a strike or a false flag, as it were, either on Twitch, YouTube, or wherever, that you still have to deal with. That you can come back and say, no, that's not the music, and or no, I've actually had the permission. Here's my permission slip, as it were. So please take off this claim or strike, or say, hey, this company is trying to say that they own this song, when in fact it's not that person that owns it. It's this other person as actually the actual creator of the music. So there's a little bit of fraud, which happens a lot, especially with YouTube. YouTube has their content ID system, albeit great. It still has flaws. It's a lot better than what Twitch has implements right now, currently. So you got to say that, but it's because, let's just say, YouTube's had a decade of dealing with this and improving on each iteration and learning. So there is that aspect as well. Now, that's not to say that, like I said, the system is foolproof. Again, stuff does slip through. Even on Twitch, there's a false tagging where the song that was playing, Twitch thinks, oh, it's another song, and then mutes your VOD. Well, with that, Twitch, it's because the system that they use is not the best. They probably spent like $2 on or got it out of a claw game machine, but they're trying. I mean, what they've done so far is pretty much the bare minimum. It's just the CYA cover their own butts. That's pretty much it. And you have to cover your own butt from Twitch and from the copyright holders that are false flagging your VODs. Or over on case on YouTube, they do have a great system that you can go and say, oh yeah, that's not the case. Or yeah, okay, I'm sorry, this was something that I shouldn't have played, and I'll go ahead, either remove it, cut it out of your video, and work out from there, or mute it, or try to just work around it, or say, oh, you can go ahead and monetize the video. The rights holders, yeah, it's perfectly fine. That's if you're actually within the YouTube partner program. So that's if you have monetization. So that's the thing that a lot of people don't really think about, is say, hey, music is important to a lot of streams and streamers, but it's also important to protect yourself as well. So yeah, it's something that you have to take control of it yourself.